NACFE's been working on decarbonizing freight movement over 15 years now. This is the first time we're focusing on refrigeration and moving goods that require temperature control. About 15% of the medium-duty box trucks and heavy-duty tractors in the North American market have TRU units on it. These are transport refrigeration units. So CARB in California, as well as other entities, are beginning the plans, in some cases even enacted laws, to eliminate diesel and gasoline from these TRU units. This has spawned a whole bunch of innovation in the industry that either created eTRUs, or electric transport refrigeration units, and or hybrids and shore power.
This is a really fun report to write. I learned a lot about a technology that NACFE has not spent a lot of time working on. It was great to talk to the fleets and get their experience on what the challenges and opportunities they see from electrification of temperature control in freight. The biggest challenge is that electricity is a lot more expensive to store and also takes longer to charge batteries than it does to fill a diesel tank. The big advantages I see are several. First, the use of shore power to power stationary TRUs and save a lot of money and reduce noise. Secondly, it seems that the maintenance costs of electric TRUs will be significantly lower than that of their diesel counterparts. Finally, there's a huge challenge of getting the infrastructure out there for charging and powering electric TRUs. It's important that we take on the infrastructure challenge of charging and powering TRUs at the same time we tackle the infrastructure problems of charging electric trucks.
We want to make sure we follow standards. We want to make sure that we use existing EVSE or electrical vehicle supply equipment. Don't use connectors that are different from the trucks or different than SAE or chartering has approved. And continue to move forward with investigating use cases, duty cycles, and what works best for the customer for their ROI.
The trend is moving towards an all-electrified trailer, which ideally will displace the diesel engine. We don't anticipate that happening immediately. We have to earn the customer's confidence, and once we do that, then we believe we can actually remove the diesel engine, and therefore we'll be able to reduce that weight and the weight of the fuel tank and the messes that typically go with that as well. So very exciting project, and we hope to have a product in the market in about 1.5 years, 2 years.
We work with the truck OEMs to do very specialized integrations using ePTO. So ePTO is a concept where there's a connection between the truck powertrain system or battery power distribution system and our refrigeration system. And we work hand in hand with the truck OEMs to make sure those systems are combined to be the most efficient, safe, and predictable operation that there is out there.
So from the electric power takeoff, or ePTO, the similarity there between truck and trailer applications are we are looking to pull power directly from the high voltage DC bus on the chassis. So on a straight truck, that means, right, it's under the cab. On a Class A tractor, it's very similar, but of course you have that connection that needs to be made and broken constantly. Versus in a straight truck application, it's always connected from the first time you do it. So because that connection has to be made and broken, you have a high voltage DC connection that has never been done before. It has to be done safely. We have to have enough power that can go between them. And there really has to be a standard that's created that Thermo King is helping to lead between us and the OEMs to make sure that that gets created.
Infrastructure is something our customers have to think about, right? Obviously with electrified vehicles, they have to invest in infrastructure needs to support the fast charge DC chargers that are charging the vehicles. So that's a challenge for our customers to think about, and obviously expense for them to manage as well.
As far as the, why might somebody want to dip their toe into the electrification water now for trailers when it's not regulated? Keep in mind, some of these companies are also operating trucks or vans, so they're already familiar with what's happening. I think there's also ES&G type law or rule, people that want to promote that. They also want to be an early adopter and try to understand how this is going to impact their business over the next, decade. So there's a lot of prep work and understanding, exploration, I guess I would say, to be prepared for the future and to make sure that they're designing their DCs and their, infrastructure to be prepared. It's a complex landscape that we have to manage and come together.
This is a big challenge for the industry. As you can imagine, the temperature that's controlled inside these trailers and trucks is really important. This project has been a lot of fun to work on. It's been challenging. Rob Graff has led the effort with a number of NACFE folks as well as the industry to better understand the actions that are needed to be successful in this transformation of TRU units from predominantly gas and diesel to some form of electrification and zero emission. We look forward to continue to help the industry with this process and expect more work from NACFE around refrigeration.